So this video is a follow-up to the last one where I invited you to begin listening to, at least trusting and recognizing the voice of your body. In this video, I want to go a little bit deeper into actual techniques that are going to support you in hearing, trusting, and navigating your life through your body. So hopefully I already built a case around why this is so important. There are two things that need to happen simultaneously for the greatest effect. The very first thing is that we've got to end the chatter. We've got to close down the monkey brain. We've got to reduce the amount of activity going on in our heads. You know, so many of us can't even sleep at night because we're talking to ourselves. There's way too much activity going on up here. And the imbalance is such that all the energy is drawn up into your head and your body has become dead, right? That's why so many people get headaches and migraines and neck pain. I mean, there's way too much emphasis on the head brain. What we need to do is we've got to reduce the amount of energy fluctuating and circulating through this part of our body, right? And bring it back down. Bring that energy back down into your heart and down into your balls, where it can cultivate the intelligence of your body and give you a new perspective to approach your life, a more grounded perspective to approach your life. Okay? So in my experience, if you use techniques, meditative techniques, to slow down the vibration of the head in conjunction with bioenergetic exercise techniques to build the energy in your body, you're going to get much faster and longer lasting results. And you'll be a bigger, badder boss in your life if you listen to my advice. Head meditation is simply sitting meditation because it doesn't require that the body do much of anything. In fact, the body should be as quiet as possible. So when you sit and you see these, you know, the yogis and like the meditators, they sit cross-legged and they've got their hands across their lap and then they got their eyes closed. What they're really doing is they're slowing down the thought processes of the mind by observing them and not attaching to them, and keeping the body still, because the body is how you respond to the thoughts in your head. So you begin to gain mastery over the conversations in your head through sitting meditation. Sitting meditation is probably well, I can't say this because we've got yoga, which is also a body meditation, and qigong, which are also body meditations, and they're thousands of years old. So in fact, I think our ancestors knew that they had to work together. But sitting meditation is one that most people consider meditation. You know, they often see someone sitting down and they've got their eyes closed. But recognize too that it's not just that. Even in many Western traditions, you know, a lot of Christians and Muslims, you know, the Judeo-Christian, the Abrahamic religions, there are chants. There's lots of chanting. The Muslims still move their body in prayer. I used to go to bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs. I grew up in Long Island with a lot of Jewish kids, and I'd go to temple every once in a while, and they would rock. They would be saying their prayer or whatever, and there was a lot of this going on. Like, I can't even really do it because it was like they come up on their toes and rock. If you're Jewish or you're Muslim, you know what I'm talking about. There's movement associated with prayer. So it really isn't that new. But anyway, I digress. To come on back, the technique that I found that's most supportive to my ability to shut down the chatter in my mind using sitting meditation is with a technology called binaural beats. Binaural beats are sounds that go into your ears with certain frequencies that literally it's like anesthesia for your brain, right? I've had to come to use this technology because I'm so neurotic that I can't just sit and meditate. And I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, sit there and meditate. Sure. Sorry. So many interruptions today. Sure, yeah, I'm just going to sit there and meditate. Not going to happen. But a friend of mine introduced me to a product called Holosync. Holosync. I'm not an affiliate for them because their affiliate program sucks. Otherwise I would be. But their technology, their product has changed my life, revolutionized my life. I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't discover holistic meditation. And it literally is just, it's their CDs. You order the CDs. I think you can get them digitally now. And you put it in, and there are levels of them. You start with the first level, obviously, and you just sit there and you listen. There's so many stories I could share with you, but I want to keep these videos as succinct as possible with how my life has changed because of sitting meditation. But it is not the only piece of the pie, because I've discovered that the body has to be honored also. You can't do one without the other. And if you want to get a double impact, I'm going to give you a really good metaphor in a moment for how this double impact works. You're going to have to include bioenergetic exercises in a part of your daily routine. And if you see me do these crazy videos, of course I'm eccentric and I don't mind being weird in front of you on the camera, but this is very serious stuff, and I'm going to share with you just one exercise, an exercise progression that's going to support you in reducing the neurotic holding in your body that doesn't allow you to breathe deep so that you can't tap into the intelligence of your heart and your balls. I've made very extensive videos on the technique I'm going to share with you right now. If you search my Strength Camp channel, you will see videos on how to create a bioenergetic stool and how to use bioenergetics. Also deep breathing. I've got videos about deep breathing where I'm using some techniques. I've got one called How to Breathe Into Your Balls Like a Boss. If I remember, I'll link some of these videos down below. These are all on my other channel, and I'm sure I've made more on this channel. But I share these ideas over and over again because they're that important. The bow is an exercise that puts a stretch on your respiratory muscles, the ones that become very tense due to stress. It puts a stretch on them. It stretches them. And when you stretch a muscle, you open up the opportunity for it to relax, coupled with deep breathing. And this brings vibration back into your body. And that's exactly what you want. You want life. You want your body to become vibrant again. That's where that word vibrant comes from. Vibration. You want to bring vibration back into your body. So I'll demonstrate for you very shortly here. Watch those other videos. But this is the other end of this two-pronged approach to becoming the strongest version of yourself on the energetic level. Okay? Those of you who are new to my videos, when I use these terms like energetic level and so on and so forth, sign up for my newsletter. I give away a free book where I share the 4 layers of strength. I'm talking about the third of the 4 layers of strength. And ultimately how, by living a life that encompasses the development of all 4 layers, you become what I call the strongest version of yourself. Back to our show. The bow looks like this. This is the way I would invite you to do it. There are 3 different positions that you can do it. The first is with your fists at the top of your hips. Here, you let your back this way. The other one is with your hands behind your head. And then finally, this one. Based on how tense you are and where most of the tension is in your body, you're going to want to use a combination of the 3 or focus on one more than the other. You tend to be very closed up in your shoulders and chest. This one and this one is going to mean a lot more. This one, especially if you've got tight hips like I do, and you put your hands on your butt, this one really opens up the lower portion of your torso down where your instinct comes from, your balls. This is more heart, this is more balls. You're going to stand with your feet straight, pointing straight ahead, slightly bend your knees, choose a position where you want to put the stretch. Then you're going to open your mouth as wide as you can. Also, open your eyes. Keep your eyes open as wide as you can. It's going to feel awkward, and it's supposed to feel awkward because it's putting stress on your mask. We wear masks. Our face is probably the most tense part of our entire body, but we don't recognize it. Because the way we approach the world is through the facade of our face. Fake smiles, that's one of the worst. People walk around with their fake smiles. Can't stand it. But that's just nervous tension in the fucking face. So when we stretch the face with the wide mouth and eyes, we begin to lessen the neurotic hold on those muscles, coupled with the deep breathing, and then you start to, that anxiety that you feel, or the awkwardness you feel, is really energy rising in your body. And it's okay, and you want to go with it. And as that vibration and awkwardness happens, yield into it. Allow the vibration to happen. I'll demonstrate briefly. I don't know if you notice, but I'm vibrating a lot. You might also, as you feel the energy rise in your body, if you were in an environment that it's conducive to, as your energy starts to rise and you come up out of it, allow the energy to continue to, you go with the vibration. And different sounds. Sounds are vibration also. Sounds create vibration in your physiology, in your organs, in your inner tube. That was a pretty cool bike. There's a scooter shop over here. These guys, like, they rode right by on these the weirdest little scooters, but that was like a bike with a motor on it. Sounds, deep sounds, chanting, it vibrates your inner tube. You literally have an inner tube, you know, from your mouth down to your asshole. There's an inner tube, and there is tension in our inner tube also. It vibrates all of that. I mean, I do that and I feel it right down into my perineum, right down into my pelvic floor. And different sounds give you a different massage in different portions of your inner tube. Make those sounds and vibrate. The vibration reduces the tension in your outer muscular system or your outer tube. And sounds release tension in your inner tube. Hope you follow me. So, the combination of mind or sitting meditation to reduce the energy in your head and the bioenergetic exercises that I teach you. These are very simple bioenergetic exercises that I'm teaching you, because there are some really there are some that are far more advanced that I only do with people when I'm coaching them. Most of my personal coaching has basically become bioenergetic coaching. But these are ones that you can use for experiment and for maintenance, and you're gonna feel better instantly by using these exercises and getting over the dissonance, the cognitive dissonance that doesn't allow you to do the weird shit that you see me doing. You just gotta, like, be fucking weird. So the analogy that I use, because people often ask me, like, Elliot, how quickly am I going to yield results? How quickly am I going to get results by using these techniques that you teach us? Let me get back in the camera so I can talk. How quickly am I going to see results? This is the way I've described it. Imagine if our neurosis, and we're all neurotic, we're all fucked up in some particular way. We all got unique types of fucked upness, but we're all fucked up. Is a block of ice that you're frozen in. Your body is frozen in this block of ice. From your head down, you could just imagine you're like in a cartoon, like, you know, when they fall into the water and they pop up in a block of ice. You're in a frozen block of ice. Bioenergetic exercises work to free you from that block of ice, that petrification of your body. Almost like someone came with a sledgehammer and started breaking apart all that ice that's around you. That's a very quick, you're gonna get instant results. I already feel different from doing a little bit of the vibration right here for you. You're gonna get instant results. But just as quickly as the results come from the bioenergetic exercise, it's instant. And if you do it every day, it compounds. You just get better and better. You feel better and better. It's as quickly as it goes away. This has just been my experience. I haven't done research on this, but all I can really do is offer you my experiences in these videos, and I invite you to try them out so that you can have your own experiences and say, yes, Elliot, that makes sense. No, that didn't work for me, Elliot. As quickly as you get the results from the bioenergetic exercises, as quickly as they go away. So if you do it for a week straight, and then you don't do it for a week, you'll start feeling not so good again. You need to do it. It's like a drug. You got to continue to use it to keep that high. So you become dependent on it. And by the way, you'll be dependent on all this stuff forever if you're on a journey of becoming the strongest version of yourself. You'll always be doing some form of body and mind meditation. But if you couple the bioenergetic exercises with the holistic or any type of sitting, brain quieting meditation, imagine now that that block of ice that you're in, you set it out in the sun, and the warm sun is melting the ice off of your body. Now it's going to take a hell of a lot longer. You know, the sledgehammer broke up the ice within minutes. The melting of the sun might take days, right? It might take several hours for that melting to happen. But the effect is that much long lasting. So if it took you 3 weeks, which is usually what it takes, in my experience again, to really get the benefit of sitting meditation, after 3 weeks you start feeling like, hey, you know, I feel pretty damn good. I'm making good decisions. I feel grounded. And you stop, it'll take about 3 weeks for the results to go away. So the longer you've done it, the longer it lasts. I often make the mistake. You'd think I would know better, and I've been doing this for like 10 years. But I often make the mistake of doing sitting meditation for 2-3 months, and then feeling so good that I don't do it anymore. Then I get neurotic, and then I get back to it. So like I said before, if you're on this journey to becoming a stronger version of yourself, it does not stop. And body meditation and mind meditation, shit that I'm teaching you right now, will always be a part of the journey. I'm pretty sure I'll be 90 years old doing qigong or yoga or some form of mind-body integrative meditation. I've given you a segmented means by which you close down the activity of the mind because it becomes an enemy to the body, and how to bring life back into your body. I hope this helps. Done.